What's up, YouTube? This is Big Mike once again coming back for video number 2. I have some talking points over here on my list, things I wanted to touch on that may be of use to you regarding my experience along the way here. Like I said, I started this back on November 1st. I actually started months before that because you have to go through a process of being screened, but I touched on that in other videos. But and you know, if you heard in a previous video that beeping in the background there, it was a setting on the water machine. I still have not fixed it. But let's get to it. One thing I want to talk about is frothing. You might know it by that term. That's what they call if you eat too much after this procedure has been done. If you eat too much, your sleeve, which is, I don't have one here, but if you think about a pin, it's about that big around. Some sleeves are bigger, like a highlighter, a fat highlighter. Some are smaller, but the average size, I think a 38 bougie, which the bougie is the tube that your surgeon will insert down here to actually build your sleeve during surgery. That determines the size or the girth of the sleeve itself. The bougie tube I believe, was a 38. It's in my discharge paperwork, but that's the size of a pin. All right, a big pen, not a real skinny pen, but an average size pen. And so you can imagine it doesn't take much to fill that thing up. So if you eat a lot, too much, more than your sleeve can handle, it's going to literally fill up. And then it's going to back up into your esophagus. And this has happened, okay, because you go to burp, you feel like you have to burp, and it's nothing. It's like you're gonna, it's kind of gross, but you're gonna kind of burp up food a little bit. That means you're stopped up. Okay. If you keep on eating, you're gonna start frothing. Okay. And this is when you swallow, saliva, and there's no place for it to go. It can't go into your sleeve because it's backed up. So the saliva is gonna come back up, and this has happened because you have an overabundance of saliva in your mouth. Okay. And it's just nothing but saliva. One of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to burp and it's going to come loose and then eventually go through your sleeve, or if you went kind of overboard, you're going to start getting a mild nausea feeling that you need to throw up. That's happened twice for me, to the point that it's gotten to throwing up. Both were in Florida. One morning I was just very hungry and I made myself my usual egg with a little cheese and a little white kind of sour cream a little bit, and I ate it too fast. Not so much too much because it was just one egg. I've had it, almost every day, but I ate this too fast, and maybe the bites were too big as well. You're supposed to have just small bites. I was eating like I hadn't had surgery, so I felt it. Started getting nauseous, and then I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but nausea and throwing up after your sleeve is nothing like it was before your sleeve. It's not like you're hugging the toilet like you were on a 3 a.m. bender in the bar or something. It's not like that. It's real short and to the point. It's like a chamber of a gun. It just comes right out of the chamber, and it's just real concentrated. Just shoot. There's no acid or nothing like this. It comes out, and that's it. The nauseous feeling is not that heavy, but once it's gone, you feel 100% better, and hopefully you learn your lesson. I thought I did, and so while I was still in Florida, we were at my aunt's house, and we had a roast. She had made a real tasty roast, and it was real tender. It wasn't dry, anything. And I had a piece, and I was taking little bites. I had one small baked potato, just like that. She had little potato balls, I guess, small baked potatoes, and I chopped that up real good. And I think I ate it too fast. All right, and so I had the same exact incident there, frothing. Had to go in the bathroom. All right, so lesson learned, and I haven't had it since. So that's something you need to be aware of after your surgery. Clothes, going through clothes like knife, through hot butter. It's just the clothes that I was wearing before, the t-shirts you saw in the other videos, way too big. They were 3X. I mean, excuse me. And this is a 2X, but it's real big. I mean, it's real bulky and stuff. Um, when I was in the U.S., I actually bought a couple of shirts, button-down shirts that were extra large. That's 1X, extra large, not 2X. They fit nice, real nice. They wouldn't have fit before. So, the shirts that I had in my closet that would not even button before, button easily now. I mean, the shirts, I'm just going through clothes. Jeans as well. I bought a new pair of jeans, and I had in my mind that they were size 38, 32 was the length. And I had in my mind that I'm still a 38, 32, and I should have tried the things on because I would have bought a 36. But they were too big just off the rack, and I found that out when I got back to Israel. So it's going to be soon where I need to go to a 36 size jeans. But the jeans that I could not even button before, or if I did button them, there's no way in hell I'll be able to sit down or anything like that or move. They fit nicely. They're actually loose now. So going through clothes quite quickly here. Protein, I want to touch on that. In the first month, I was pretty anal about getting the protein in, the 60 to 70 grams per day. When I went to the U.S., that was a little bit lax. I was getting my protein in. I want to show you this. This is the protein powder I bought right after surgery. This is made by Champion Nutrition. It's cookies and cream flavor. Real good, real tasty. I don't dig the whole chocolate or the vanilla. It tastes like chalk. This right here is real good. You get a whopping 24 grams of protein per shake. So that's a third of your daily quota there, and just in one shake in the morning. And what I would do is I would have that in the morning when I first wake up, and I'm going to get back to this, I think, probably tomorrow morning. Maybe throw a banana in it for flavor. Get a little potassium at the same time. But while I'm talking about this, I might as well add this. Probiotics, you might have heard of them. Probiotics is a supplement that you take. Just kind of back up. Your immune system, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of your immune system functions in your small intestines. A lot of the agents that fight off infection and this and that are located in your small intestines. So probiotics, this is not the brand, it's the actual type of supplement. It is called probiotics. Is something that I put in that protein shake, a little tiny scoop every morning. And this has really helped. I mean, I haven't gotten sick, knock on wood here, because I haven't taken this in a couple of days. This has really boosted my immune system. You really get a good feeling, good energy and everything from that. So I've taken that every single morning. If you have a yogurt, you can mix it in with yogurt. There's no taste to it, so it's not going to mess up the taste of whatever you're eating. You don't even know it's there, and it mixes in real good. So I'm going to recommend, I saw this on a video that I watched from a nurse, a bariatric nurse, Ortho Biotic Powder. That's the company, Ortho Molecular Products. They make a good stack, real cheap. I think this was like $24 or something like this. This will last you a couple of months. I got a couple of them. Probiotics, get on it. It's real good. You also see probiotics in yogurt, like Greek yogurt as well. It's real healthy. So that's something I wanted to recommend. Protein shots, okay? The little test tube looking things that you can buy at GNC or your nutritional store that are something you drink, and it's like 50 grams of protein, just a little shot. I wouldn't recommend it. I saw them in a previous video. I went on Amazon and I bought like a case of it and had it shipped to Florida. When I was there, I took one. It was sickening sweet. It was so sweet, it almost brought me to nausea. All right, so I gave it to my a family member, he's a fireman. Maybe he can give it to some firefighters that bodybuilder or something. But I had no use for that. So be aware of that. It's real sweet to the point of it's not even palatable. Vitamins. I want to touch on that. Vitamins is my vitamin routine is something that's every single morning. I've not wavered from it since day one. You know about the probiotics. Yep. This was at the recommendation of my nutritionist, by the way, and my hospital staff. I have something here, vitamin D. It's a sublingual. right? I take 5 drops of this each and every, it's not a sublingual, it's just on your tongue, 5 drops every single morning. Tastes okay, it's not bad. What else do I have here? I have this, I recommend this. This is my multivitamin, all right? The company is called Alive. This was recommended by a bariatric nurse as well. It's very, very good stack for bariatric surgery patients, okay? It's a gummy chewable, tastes real good. They're real tasty. I have one in the morning, I have one in the evening, all right? And my wife is sick, so I'm trying to get her on these two as well. But you have everything you need here, really. Vitamin A, C, D, B, biotin, calcium, folic acid, B12, whatever. It's all here. So check that out. Because when I saw this on in a previous video, the recommendation, I went on Amazon and ordered it right away. Had them shipped to my mom's house, the dad's house in Florida, and saved shipping. But I have my gummy, I have my vitamin D, 5 drops on the tongue, and then I have the sublingual vitamin B12. This is a must. You have to have this. Little tiny pill. What am I looking at? That's what I just showed you. This is the B12. Sorry. That's the B12. Little tiny pill about the size of a saccharin or something. Put it under the tongue. It melts kind of quickly. Tastes kind of good anyway. But B12 is essential, especially after bariatric surgery. So this is not a plug to sell anything. The company is called Life. I bought these in an Israeli pharmacy. You can find a different brand in Walmart or whatever. CVS. All right, so those are vitamins. All right, I got to move quickly here because we're at 12 minutes. Fluid, okay? I'm not a big guy that drinks a lot of water, like plain water. It's just, there's no taste to it and it kind of annoys me. But I've really picked up Crystal Light. All right, I went and bought on Amazon. I love Amazon, by the way. You can get anything you want on Amazon. Cheap, too. I think I bought this shirt on Amazon, too. Crystal Light. I had 6 of these bags of Crystal Light shipped to my home in Florida. There's what is it? I thought I read, but it's 120 packets. 120 packets in this thing. I'm sorry. Let's try 16. There's 16 packets. Maybe I have 120 packets total. There's 16 packets in this bag. This is what a packet looks like, right? In one packet will give you your 64 ounces quota of fluid each day. So basically a packet a day. And what I do is I went, guess where? Amazon. I bought 2 of these containers. I'll show you another one. This is a new one. 2 of these containers, exactly 32 ounces. Okay, so 2 of these a day and you got your fluid. All right, so what I'll do is I actually don't get 2 servings out of this. I actually make this into 3 because I don't like my Crystal Light that sweet. So I make 3 of these bottles out of that, and it does me well. And you see, this is what I'm drinking right now. You see, it's not all that. It's quite diluted. It's not all that heavy with Crystal Light. So that's the fluid. That's where I struggle the most. Not food, not protein. It's fluid. Because I'm busy during the day, and a lot of times it's kind of a pain in the butt to stop and drink. But I carry this around everywhere I go. Everywhere I have this thing with me. Just need to drink more of them. And I think that's what contributed to my stall in the U.S. when I was at Florida. Because I wasn't drinking a lot, and my weight loss stalled. I was in the 260s, the mid 260s for about 3 weeks. Wasn't even budging. So, another thing I wanted to show you is very handy, and you never guess where I bought it. I'll let you guess, figure that out. These containers are exactly 2 ounces. Yeah, and as you'll quickly find after your surgery, you can't handle more than 1 or 2 ounces at a time. So if you're taking your lunch to work, which you will be, they come in a stack, like 3. I only brought 2 with me here, but they come in a stack like this. And listen, if you have cottage cheese or something, and you will, one of the containers has, a thing you can put in the freezer, right? To freeze, put the container on, and you got a little refrigerated compartment there. You can't beat it. And they're cheap. I think I got a stack of 4 of these, 2 of which have the refrigerated lid. for like 12 bucks. Can't beat that. And then finally for this video, looks like a little commercial, isn't it? I want to recommend something that I saw in another video. Was One Life to Sleeve. This guy, he really helped me out. This guy, that was his YouTube username, One Life to Sleeve. He recommended this. He was actually the first series of videos that I ever watched on a gastric sleeve patient, I guess. He recommended this. It's called PB2. All right. You have several flavors. Here's another one here. Put you there. What this is, it's powdered peanut butter. All right. But it's powder. Don't let that fool you. It's actually quite tasty. It's peanut butter with 85% less fat calories. You know, peanut butter is pretty much all fat. You see the big 85 there? But this right here is 85%. And what's less calories. And what you do is you mix a couple of tablespoons of the powder with water, a little bit of water, and you get to feel, you could put a big pile of this powder in a bowl and then slowly add water to it and mix it until it gets to the consistency of peanut butter, and that's where you know you're there. So it's really your own choice how much water you want to add, but when it gets to where you want it to be, it's very good. And they have this as chocolate peanut butter, right? I actually made that up last night, and my daughter and my son loved it. Absolutely loved it. I like it. You know, you put this with a couple crackers. You know, okay, crackers. Not really supposed to have them, but it's not going to kill you. And a couple of them will fill you up. I mean, it's real good. So it's called PB2. Amazon sells it, you know, real cheap. You get it in a 2-pack like this together, right? Regular flavor and chocolate. So that's what I wanted to show you. I'm at 17 minutes here. I'm going to make a third video here coming up where I revisit the top 10 things that I wanted to see happen after surgery. If you recall, I made a dedicated video a couple months ago about that. Be surprised, I'm able to check most of them off, but we'll go through each one one by one. So until then, Big Mike signing off. Don't forget to like the video. You know, if you look down below the video, you'll see the like button. You'll see the comment section. Feel free. I'm here to answer any questions you may have. Just leave me a comment. I'll be more than happy to reply once I see it, of course. But I'll be coming right back with a third video in one moment.